Lao Tzu was a grumpy old boy. People didn't understand, refused to try his teachings of natural goodness. So he climbed on a water buffalo and rode towards Tibet. A gatekeeper pleaded with him to come back. The grumpy old boy said no. At least, asked the gatekeeper, leave us a record of your beliefs. Lao Tzu disappeared for 3 days and returned with a slim volume titled Tao Te Ching. It is slim. Imagine the Christian scripture this thin, the Hebrew scripture this thin, the Muslim scripture this thin. Even the Hindu scriptures is thin, which this room could not hold. But here it is, the Tao Te Ching, which translates into English, the way and its power. What a great legend. We do not even know his name. Lao Tzu simply translates the old boy. What a curious portrait for a founder of religion. He didn't preach, he didn't organize or promote. He wrote a few pages on request, rode off on a water buffalo, and was never seen again. Welcome to the Taoist religion, born in China 600 years before Jesus. So what is the way? According to the old boy, something is mysteriously brought into existence long before heaven and earth is made. It is silent and shapeless. It is always present, endlessly in motion. From it, like a mother, every living thing has come. I do not know what to call it, so I call it Tao. Tao cannot be seen, tasted, or touched. It cannot be spoken of or reasoned about. It is a transcendent mystery. If we try to speak of it, we get jumbled up in words, and it comes out sounding like a paradox. Again, the old boy. Those who know don't say. Those who say don't know. What is the power of the way? Another Chinese master said it well. Let everything be allowed to do what it naturally does, so that its nature will be satisfied. Tao is the way of nature. Real dignity and power results from living in Tao. This power is called Di. The way is really simple. Be who you are. Follow your own true nature. We can think of Di as a measure or portion of Tao that each individual thing or being receives. We can say that for each of us, Di is the full natural power and dignity of our being. Who we really are. Not what we pretend to be, but who we really are. It is not the self-conscious, controlling power of ego, but rather the natural, intuitive power of being. To say that Di is innate is not to say that it is automatically realized. At any point, we may become sidetracked and miss the life we were born to live. Miss it completely. We could ask, for what will you sacrifice your Di? Will you lose it because you fear offending others and find it easier to conform? Will you trade it for money or fame, for lust or ambition, for cheap thrills or empty promises? To preserve and develop your own natural ability and innate power is no easy task in our society. Are you happy with your work? Following your true nature, or as the great mythologist Joseph Campbell of the Power and Myth fame puts it, follow your bliss will lead you to the life you were born to live. This includes the work that's right for you. Campbell continues, if you follow your bliss, you put yourself on a kind of track which has been there all the while waiting for you. And the life that you ought to be living is the one you are living. There are two keys here with respect to Tao. One, following your true nature is the path of D. This is a path of real power and genuine joy. Two, following your true path also puts you in the flow of Tao, the essence of all that is. When you follow your true nature, living your life becomes natural, harmonious, and effortless. Consider the old boy's portrait of a good leader. A good leader is best when people barely know that she exists. Of a good leader who talks little, when her work is done, her aim fulfilled, they will say, we did this ourselves. Why follow your true nature? Why? To deny your gifts and abilities is to rob yourself of your own power. Be confident. Be patient. Wait till your mud settles and the water is clear. Trust your own power. Resist conformity. Allow your own nature to move you into the flow of Tao, into the flow of who you really are. Now, like the Taoist religion and its scripture, it is brief, and so is this sermon. Purposely, as a teaching tool of this tradition. I close with the Taoist parable. Two masters, one Taoist, the other Confucian, on an afternoon stroll together and come to a bridge. Look how the minnows dart here and there at will. Such is the pleasure fish enjoy, the Taoist master remarked. You are not a fish, responds the Confucian master. How do you know what gives pleasure to fish? You are not I, said the Taoist master. How do you know I don't know what gives pleasure to fish? According to the grumpy old boy who rode off on a water buffalo, never to be seen again, this is the way and its power.